I'm Joanna Tillman. I'm the chair of the Missions Commission at St. Margaret's, and I'm here with Janice Roper Graham. Janice, among many things at St. Margaret's, you have been really a moving force for our involvement with the Dageno girls. And I was hoping that you could tell us more about that today. So could you give us a brief overview of what the Dageno girls is?
Yeah, so the Dageno Girls Center is a residential school in Tanzania, Africa. It holds up to 150 girls. And St. Margaret's relationship with Dageno goes back to 2014 when they put an application into our mission grants, and I was assigned as a liaison. And back then I was like, I don't want international too much, let's keep it local. And then when I met him, I fell in love. And at that point they had a house with 50 girls, 5-bedroom house, and they crammed 50 girls in there. Wow. And she told the story about how a girl was going to be forced to marry a local drunk and ran away from home and wandered 6 days and wound up at their house. And so, you know, how do you turn away something like that? That's how they got to 50
Sure.
in a single house.
Yeah.
So, but St. Margaret's has really been instrumental for them with their new campus. They got through a grant with a UK USAID government organization. They bought the land, but St. Margaret's helped them build all of the triple-decker bunk beds, so they can cram 150 girls in like 2 rooms. And so it's just been really great to get to know them and just see how they can stretch a dollar. Yeah. I mean, it's only $1,000 a year for each girl. That's her uniform, her food, shelter, books, medical. You know, a lot of girls have serious medical issues, you know, with poor nutrition before they came and things like that.
So you started out as a grants liaison, and then you were so moved by that experience and getting to know them that you've really stuck with them and been continued your involvement with them. And then you and how many other St. Margaret's parishioners went out to visit the school?
Yeah, so there was 24 of us, which was maxed out. We sold out. And it was, you know, sort of upscale mission trip, if you will. We spent 8 days on safari in the Serengeti, which is amazing. If you get to see the Great Migration once in your life, that would be a good thing. And then the final 3 days were at Dageno. And one thing that struck out for me is, of course, we've been on safari. We're looking forward to meeting the girls, which was the reason we did the trip. And so when we got there, there was a big welcome, welcome, welcome. They were singing, and they had their cute little uniforms. And then each girl was kind of assigned to a person, so they would come up, and these are little middle schoolers, and they'd grab your hand and they talk and walk you around and show you. They have companies. They're doing high school, but they're also doing entrepreneurial things. So they have soap making and clothing and beading and paper and all these different companies, and they're so proud of them. And they're just holding your little hand and taking you around, and it was just really sweet.
So you got to meet and interact with the girls and get to know them a little bit in their lives.
Yeah, on the last day, the 5 of them took us to their homes, and we got to meet their parents, and we got to see how they lived, and 90% of the girls are on scholarship at the ghetto, and a couple of the scholarship ones, it was pretty amazing. I mean, just like 1 or 2 rooms, a pit with wood fire for cooking. I'm not sure where they got their water. There wasn't running water, dirt floor. They had some goats. It was just extremely subsistence living, but very industrious, very proud. And now the girls are going to be taking it to the next level with their entrepreneurial and bringing money in, and it's just nice to see how everybody's working together, and a dollar goes a really long way there.
Yeah.
So
I know that the group who went with you you all have met again. Is there any way for other parishioners to get involved with Dageno in a short term or an ongoing way?
Yeah, so I've gotten some interest in another safari.
Okay.
So we're going to be putting that together, maybe March 2020 if
Okay.
we can get it together in time, trying to keep the cost reasonable. It's expensive to do a Serengeti safari. I mean,
Sure.
this trip that we did was normally 6,000 and I talked her down to 3,800. We're going to try and keep it as close to that as possible, but the fees keep going up and,
Yeah.
and whatever. But so there's that. I know Jeff is going to try and do something with the kids and interacting with, since
With the
there
youth
was
group?
the youth group
Mhm.
in the same age. We're hopefully close to helping them get a website set up.
Oh, good.
And I know she's talked about with the companies, they're interested in people who would like to advise on their company plan and
Okay.
and just interact through WhatsApp and email and stuff with the girls, and there'll be some sponsorships. When we were there was one pregnant cow that was due in like a week from when we were there, and they're like, and then we'll soon have milk, so there's opportunity to give them another cow or help them out that way.
So it sounds like depending on maybe interest and skills, there are
Yeah.
multiple ways that people could get involved.
Definitely.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks so much for telling us about that. I'm really excited to stay informed, and y'all are doing great work with the girls there. It's really inspiring.
It's a labor of love. When you think about the mission of St. Margaret's to transform lives, I mean, you can really see it here in the girls. And,
It's beautiful.
Yep.
All right, thanks for telling us about it.
Thanks.